Hey, it says we're live. Welcome to the Bob and Tam Show. Ding.
Nation.
There you go. Ding Nation. There you go. Where the heck are we at today? We're down in Southern. Oh, okay. Jack, you know the name of the town. We're down here on the coast. Wanted to give a live tonight. I had a video made up for tonight, but I actually had another one I wanted to do. We just got done filming it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if anybody comes on.
So we want to tell everybody happy Thanksgiving if you're watching. So tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and we're going to go to our oldest daughter's house for Thanksgiving and have Thanksgiving with them. We brought the camper down because we thought we was going to do a lot of motorcycle riding, but Art, there's 7 people on it, says. Art had to work. He goes on call, so he didn't get to go on a motorcycle ride. So anyway, got to see a game.
So where are we at? What town are we in?
We're in San Clemente,
California.
Yes.
Went riding today. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And what?
I was looking for the name of the bar.
I don't know.
It was
Thought
called
it was something good in Brews and Grill, but they said they have no grill.
No food.
Oh, not quite sure what's going on. I have no idea.
They said you could order food anywhere you want and bring it on in. They're more than happy to give you service. We got Charlie Dog.
Yep.
I wrap
So
things
we'll see how it all goes. We'll see how long you guys want to stay on tonight. I had a video all made up for today, but it was on the RV park down in Galveston. Wasn't a little shaky camera, didn't turn out quite as good as I wanted it, but I didn't want to I might do that on Friday night, but I really had a video today. We went down to San Diego, visited 2 Harley dealers and also an Indian dealer for those of them that are Indian fans. So we checked that out today. We also rode the coast. We also show you how to split lanes. For those of you who have never seen splitting lanes, I had the front camera on so you could see all the excitement of craziness in California. Gas here is about $5 a gallon. It varies between about $4.65 and $5 a gallon in Southern California. So, and everybody's out. We just came up from San Diego, and going down to San Diego, it was probably about 15 miles of backed up traffic. So, yes, it is crazy. How these people out here can afford to travel around, I don't know.
We're coming back from San Diego up toward this way.
There was about 15 mile back up.
No. Anyway,
you're not listening.
That's a lot. No, I'm saying hi to everybody that's on, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Pre-Thanksgiving is what this is.
Yes. But
so if you guys didn't check it out, we did the International Motorcycle Show, or I did, on Sunday. Actually, I had no idea that I actually have been to that before, but it was down in Long Beach, California. I think I've been there once or twice, and it's an indoor event. Not a rally, indoor event. Well, after I got home and started thinking about it and figured out what IMF stood for, it's a whole lot better outside than it is inside. So we're going to send a letter to the company. You know, the reason they went outside is because of social distancing and all the crazy stuff here in California. So they'd already rescheduled it and had it set up for, this is considered the LA one, but they had it down in Orange County at their fairgrounds. But I mean, it was excellent being outside with all the bikes. You know, they had places there. If you've never rode a bike, it was the best place to go to. They gave you free training, walk bikes around. That video? Yeah. Came up yesterday.
Watch the video.
And, but I mean, we didn't show every single thing that was going on there because there was a lot going on in just a short time to show you a video on that. Art came, took a lot of pictures. We'll be posting those if you're a Patreon. Hey, for you, those that are on Patreon that are paying the $9 and the $25, I put a video up of a ride on the coast, and nobody watched it yet. So I'm kind of curious why nobody watched that one, because I've actually got another one getting ready to come up that I made for you guys, and so somebody needs to watch it. Because we had a few things we wanted to start putting up on Patreon. We got a bunch of pictures that Art took. She took a whole mess of pictures today down at the dealerships that we went to.
And you know what? I have to put my Mexico pictures back up. None of those turned out. None of them was there. Oh, there's Highway Hilling, and he's up from Sturgis. He was the Grizzly. Yeah. He went on our ride with us.
So no, we started talking about Sturgis already on our last video 2 times ago, talking about what you need to start doing, and just let you know if you're going to the Buffalo Chip Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, their rates are going up. So if you're thinking about going and you want to get a pass to see the concerts or whatever, if you're going to go see a couple of concerts, you might as well pay the two, I don't know, 85 or whatever it is, and get your wristband, and so you can come and go as much as you want. You can tent camp.
They add bands all throughout the year until Sturgis comes.
So they're going to have
a band you like. Darn, I wish I.
Yeah.
Now I got to buy
paying,
tickets.
Yeah, instead of paying $90 to get in for one night. So it's something to think about to get those passes. We've already got our passes set up for the Buffalo Chip. We're not staying there. We're going to be at Kathmandu, but we are going to be back there and spend a little bit of time at the Buffalo Chip because it's a great venue.
It is.
No matter what anybody says about the dust and the crowd and the golf carts.
It's a big party.
There's nothing like it. Glencoe's got their own thing, people not wearing a lot of
clothing.
So, and
Ken's on.
Yeah. Say, hey, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
I haven't seen him in a while. We've seen him on comments, but we hadn't been able to make some of our lives. This was an unscheduled
maybe
live.
we might have seen him down there in Panama. He said he might come.
And I think he said, no, that's the other guy. He said he was going to be in Sturgis and in Daytona. But Daytona's going to be here before we know it. That's already in March. And for anybody that's down in Florida, we're going to be heading down to Florida extra early. We're going to spend a little time.
Rat Pink.
Yep, we're going to spend a little time with Rat Pink. He's going to give us the ins and outs of St. Augustine. So that'll be really neat, and we'll make a video on that. So if you guys come to Daytona and you want to spend a day or two down in St. Augustine, we'll show you all the great places to go, things to see, the great bars, from an insight of somebody that lives there and knows the area. So that'll be kind of nice and exciting. And it's great. If there's places that you've been or you live that's one of the rally spots, let us know. We'd spend some time with you and talk to you. Somebody came on our channel the other day and said he had been 40 times. The last 40 years, he's been there every single time to Sturgis. And I sent him back and said, I would love to meet you and talk to you when we get to Sturgis. If you don't want to go on camera, that's great. But
Greg Heights and Terry Hopkins too said he goes every year.
Yeah.
Let me up with him.
Yeah.
So no, Paula, we're probably not going to go to Arizona Bike Week. We won't be on this side of the country. We'll be on the East Coast.
And I'm just not. And they're changing it a little bit up, but they're still charging to get in to see the vendors. I think it's $12 a day or something. And then they're going to charge a different fee if you want to see the concerts. That's what's wrong. You can't charge to see vendors. That just ruins a rally. And same thing, they're not getting any of the big vendors out there. And last year, and I understand because of the pandemic, we're talking about Arizona Bike Week. They had a lot of mattress companies there and crap that had nothing to do with the motorcycle industry. And, and that seems to be some reason the West Coast just can't get their crap together and have a good rally. Reno's about the same way. It's not worth much. But see, so much stuff is, like I say, everybody complains that I'm not right. But I look at a rally 3 ways. One is that I'm not right. People say that, but it is. It's all about good vendors. It's all about having good places to ride, and it's all about meeting great people. And, if you go down to Cave Creek, that's a pretty neat thing. But, that's just a day that you're going to go down to Cave Creek and spend down there looking at the bike show. They got a handful of vendors down there. Sometimes some builders down there. And that is neat.
She keeps talking about Cave Creek.
Yeah. So Cave Creek and Arizona Bike Week is the same thing. It's going on the same time. But it's not, well, first of all, we're going to be in Florida. So from Florida, we head up. After Florida's all done, we head to Myrtle Beach, and then we're going to go up to Laconia. And so we're too far away to come back to anything West Coast wide. We're not even going to be able to make the Bullhead City rally that Larry's putting on.
Oh yeah.
And
we got to meet up with him.
We'll talk with him in the next week or so, and we'll get him on camera probably after the Thanksgiving time here. And we'll talk to him about what his plans are, what's going on. He kind of wanted to talk to us about what we think about rallies and things like that. And like I say, they're all different.
James says to get rid of the golf carts that ruins the rally. And then Paul, what trolley are you talking about? San Francisco? Because there's no trolleys. There's no trolleys in San Diego, is there?
Used to be. I don't know if they're still there or not. They used to have them years ago.
He went from Ontario to Vegas, and that was enough for California for him. That's a crazy ride too, especially if you go out on a Friday night. Like Booze and Barbecue was good.
What you've got to look at in California is it's a great place to visit. You know, where there's no place else in the world that you can surf in the afternoon or surf early in the morning, and by the afternoon you can be on the slopes. And so, you know, there is no place like that. You know, they got some great riding here. You know, I would love. Today we went down into San Diego. We rode along the coast. Got some great shots. We rode along the 0101 that goes down south. A lot of people don't know about that. Went down there. Didn't get all the way into San Diego. We stopped at Mission Bay. Made it to Mission Bay, and then we came back up and hit the dealers and just got back. So we've been gone most of the day doing that. And so I wanted to get that video out. That was the video I really wanted to do today, but I'm not going to have time for that. And maybe it'll come out, I don't know. I figured Friday I might just put up my one on Galveston campground that we stayed at, which is really neat. I know we have a few people that are RVers that watch our channel, so we want to kind of put that up here during the holiday time. A lot of people are busy, don't have time to always, you know, check out YouTube during all the festivities that are going on.
So Ken Hudson said Laconia 99 will be this year. It should be awesome.
That's right. So
we're supposed to be going to that.
Yeah,
as far as we know.
If all goes well, we should make it. We've actually got 2 people that live within 40 or 50 miles, and so we're probably going to be staying with them. Now, it all depends too on the price of gas. You know, if gas gets much higher than it is, we can't justify spending the money. Just to fill up the truck here twice now cost me $235. We haven't really drove the truck that much. I was driving it here, and we went back. We just drove 50 miles to our daughter's house and back, and that was it. And so that was $250. And right now, this month's videos, we're not making we're not putting a video out every day. Not everybody's watching videos. That's why we're doing the surveys. We're trying to figure out, you know, rallies don't. Yeah, we don't. I don't know how long we can keep up the pace of doing all these rallies, and that's why we were looking at other things to add to our channel, like maybe the veterans building the bikes and stuff. That'll be next fall, and some different things like that. And you know, showing you like the dealerships, showing you great rides to go on, things like that. And we can start, which it is, seems like most people want to talk about the rally next year. So we'll start
we can tell you what we're getting ready to do and stuff for those.
And we can also bring some of you on if you have a good agenda and you've gone to, like, let's say you've been to Laconia 50 times. I'm not saying somebody's been there 50 times, but there might be. You've been there 10 times and you know a lot of stuff about Laconia. And we could actually bring you on here. And but what you have to do is either have a phone or a computer that you can come in on. You need something stationary, like what we have is we have a tripod that the phone's on. Then you need earbuds that you have to wear, because what'll happen is it'll echo. And then we have to wear them too, because we won't.
That's cool.
What you hear and what we're talking may not be the same sync, and it drives you crazy. And
so Paul said the trolley in St. Augustine's, and Ken Hudson said he won the Rolling Laconia last year and got camping at full throttle from Jesse. He won one of those rolling, you know how they were doing that rolling Daytona? He ran the rolling Laconia. So you won the rolling Laconia, but you get to go to Sturgis and stay there, not Laconia, right, Ken? I don't know.
Because they had rolling Daytona and stuff, so they probably, that's what they did, is Jesse went around and
all the big
rallies he had to give away. They gave the guitars away, and yep. So it's Beer Wednesday, which you don't see us drinking a lot of beer.
No,
so here
really.
We are having some brewskis tonight on.
But on that highway splitting lanes, it's been a while.
Truck came over really close to us.
And then a car was gonna come too, and there wasn't even split lanes then. We were in a regular lane, and here comes this minivan or SUV, whatever it is.
Minivan woman.
I don't know what it was, but it was crazy.
So we can't show you the sunset because we're not outside. We thought it'd be a little quieter in here. Well, I got it on this, so I can't turn the camera around. Since we're doing it on Facebook too. We don't do Facebook. We can leave it on regular, but then we can't bring your names up and your comments and all that on the screen. And we don't have our little logo there.
So, Ken, are you going to go to Laconia? Have you been there several times? I think he said, oh, here he goes. I know, $800 he spent last year to get to Sturgis last year. Ken did.
That was his gas.
I don't know.
And that's what I said. I just had somebody that came on the channel the other day because I had said that, you can come to Sturgis very cheap. And this guy even stayed at different places. He was there for 4 or 5 days, his whole trip. I think he said he spent $800, something like that. So as I said, people say how expensive it is. Now, you go to different things like Daytona, it can get you expensive because you can't have a lot of free camping like you can around the Black Hills. You can also stay in somebody's yard. So where, like Daytona, Panama City, Galveston. I guess Galveston, you could stay on the beach and camp, but I don't know if you get your motorcycle on and off there. I wouldn't be driving. Oh, somebody gave it a super chat.
Nope.
Super chat.
Ken, I was going to say, I bet you it's Ken, but I didn't want to say.
We appreciate you, Ken, for giving us that super chat.
Thank you.
And
let me see who's on Facebook.
One brewski for Wednesday round on me.
Yeah, it's happy hour right now too. How about that? It's out here. It's 4:30. Oh, now you're doing it. See, you yell at me.
So, what we're looking at is just giving you guys some good information while we're off and under. We're actually going to be here to California till like next Thursday, so a week from tomorrow.
Hey, Larry. Larry from Bug Fight.
We're going to be on here. Haven't seen Larry's been on. Where was you at that you had to have the mask on? That you commented.
Did you see his hat?
Yeah, but he had a mask on too, so I don't know if he did it
It's
just in combo or somebody was making him wear a mask. Cleaning them bugs off his motorhome. Oh, we also cleaned off our international bugs. I did that the other day, and they wiped right off with the bug slides.
And suitcase made it down to Mexico and back.
So we're going to really talk about that.
Suitcase.
If we're doing a video on that, on the Rick Rack suitcase. So we'll be talking about that real soon. We're going to do a video on it. Probably won't do that video until we get home. Because I want to show you guys the luggage we used to use and explain what the difference is. Why it's well worth the money to buy what Rick Rack has. And
Chris has got a new RV channel too. Chris, put your RV or your YouTube channel down there. So
that was the one from both. That's the same.
Paula says hydrate. I'm trying to get my nerves settled from that. I don't know. We said traffic was bad in a few other places. I still think California beats
it is.
We went to our daughter's house last night, and we left in the afternoon. So this was Tuesday at 2:00, and we pretty much got right up to the 91 where I got hit on my motorcycle. Dead stop. It took us 30 minutes to get probably
a mile and a half.
Yeah, a mile and a half to the 91.
Well, all the stupid people too here is they all rush down instead of people are lining up 2 lanes that are going to turn right
a mile back.
Yep. And people go all the way down to the end and they cut in, and the stupid morons let them in too. And it's just crazy.
You won't let anybody in.
And no, I keep that truck right up against it. It's screw you, dude. You should have went in the back like the rest of us have been waiting. But I mean, that makes it twice as long as it should be. And then the people in the left lane are coming over into the right lane, so that backs the right lane up. So it is. After just driving down here now, this is the worst place to ride. But I mean, there's places, like what we did today. We got off the highway, got on the old 101. We weaved through this little towns and stuff. We had stop sign stuff, but I mean, the traffic, wasn't bad. There was times you'll see the video. There'll be times there's some cars in front of us. Sometimes there's no car in front of us. So you can get away from the traffic if you know where you're riding it. If you're gonna get on the highway, no, you're not gonna get away from the traffic because everybody else is on the freaking highway.
The CDS said that their bike was in our video of when we did the bikes being towed in Galveston. So did your bike get towed, or was it just happened to be right there?
Talking to. I think he's the
CDS?
one that got his bike. If he's the same guy, he got his bike off, but they broke his ignition lock, and they did something else to his bike. And they should be liable for all that. They can't tow. They damage any tow company. But see, what's bad is I think he paid cash. If it's the same guy, he paid cash right then for them to unhook his trip bike. So he doesn't. I don't know if he's got any proof to show that they ever had it. Now, if we had it on the video showing it was on the back of the truck, there's your evidence. But somebody was asking me if we had any unedited video of that, and
no, because you were doing a live, so it was all.
Yeah, well, I had the other camera running at the time, but I didn't really probably catch anything else that you didn't see on the live. I didn't stay there any longer because once I got there, I pretty much turned the camera and I decided just to go live with it. Just we wanted to warn anybody that we're going to park there. But I mean, we just seen it here riding on the coast. They have the same type of cardboard signs sitting on the side of the road. Where
now no
it's not till tomorrow. I guess they're having a Thanksgiving Day parade.
A run. There are a lot of places out here in California that have 5K runs.
And so Thursday the streets are all closed. And they got these little paper signs that say, no parking on this day. Where once again, if there's a bunch of cars there, the big sign above you says you can park there every day, but the day they sweep the streets. So another confusing city. So it's just not Galveston doing this.
We heard Canada's open, Ray, so hopefully you will get to come down. He said he's hoping to get down for Laconia.
Should. Yeah. Unless something drastically happens. I think by the time we get to spring next year, a lot of this will be mush because we're in team season right now. So, and the numbers are coming down. So, I feel pretty confident that hopefully by next year, everybody will be able to come into the United States and travel and go to the rallies and all that good stuff.
Was that your first trip to Buc-ee's, Ken? He said he rode his bike to, I guess the one in Atlanta. It went to Buc-ee's. So CDS said no yellow bikes. And Roy, you're giving road rage on the couch, talking about all those people. Happy Thanksgiving, Kurt. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's on. If you're on, give us a big thumbs up.
Tell them where we're at.
All that we're in San Clemente, California at Goodies Bar and Grill. I think it was called Goodies. I think. I'll have to go out front and look. I don't know. Charlie's out in the truck. If we were going to go on the patio, we were going to bring him in. They said he could come in here, but
we're not eating or nothing, so we're probably not going to make this a long video.
Hi, Dave. Oh no, we missed him in Galveston. Oh, sorry.
You guys need to watch our Facebook page when you're at rallies. I try to post stuff on there on a pretty regular basis, let you know. If nothing else, I take a picture of where we're at, we're eating or whatever. And don't hesitate to come up. If you see us at a restaurant eating, stop by. We don't mind that. We don't, you can even join us. We got room. And if you see us talking to somebody, the odds are we're talking to another subscriber too. So, don't feel bad.
So
Just
Ken
come on
says,
over.
show us how much you're thankful for us by giving us a big thumbs up. 27 thumbs up, Big Johnson said. So, and there's 58 people on. So give us a big thumbs up if you're watching. Rapping says, give us a thumbs up. And, it's in, I don't know how to say that. Agairsville, Georgia. That's where the Buc-ee's was he went to.
Hey, David, I think I like 38 of them now.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's watching. It's tomorrow. Shouldn't be drinking this because that's going to fill me up and I won't be hungry for a turkey tomorrow.
The beer you drink now, you won't be able to eat tomorrow.
You know how my stomach works? It does. I'll get really full and I won't be able to eat. So anyway.
You don't need to eat anyway.
And you need to?
You don't need it. You need to eat it. Have a sandwich and that'll be it. You can go.
Hi, David. He says, pating, David says.
Yeah. So what we're doing is today we went out on a ride out.
Yep, and that's the name of it right there, Goodies Tavern. He says the mirror behind you says Goodies. Yeah, I was right.
Hey, that's the name of the place. I'll go with that one.
I told you.
We can't see it. It's a glare on the thing. We can't really make it out.
There's a lot of
and
mirrors
it's only
in
this
here.
big. We're watching it on the phone, and the problem is there's also on this side. There's also all your comments.
That's what I keep pushing so you guys can see them.
It's about
2 inches by 3.
It's about 60% of the screen. So today we went out on a nice ride down to San Diego area. We didn't even make it all the way into San Diego, but went down there, caught up a couple Harley dealers. Also found
That's how big. Anyway, it didn't show the same.
Went to an Indian dealer, so that video will be coming
2
up.
Harley dealers.
Yep. And excuse me. We did find a dealer that sells for manufacturer's retail price. So they are out there. I mean, a lot of people say there isn't any. One of the dealers charged for a privilege fee to buy in. Other one did not. Indian did not either. So we'll tell you in the video which one did or not. If you're in the California area, it is. But I mean, it's not that hard to find dealers that aren't marking things up. Because it is just like we went to the show Sunday, and on that video, if you watch it, I took a couple shots of Harley booth that actually showed the price of manufacturer price. So if Harley didn't expect the dealers to sell it for that, they wouldn't be posting it. So most of the dealers that we looked at, Kawasaki, and a whole bunch of people got mad about the what's that other bike?
Oh, I thought you meant the privilege chart.
No, the bike that I looked at, the manufacturer that I thought was made in England, but it wasn't.
Oh, it was made in Russia?
No, it's made in India.
Oh, whatever.
And everybody
So
was,
Road Glider 9, do you live here in Southern California? Because Bob wanted to ride up on the north part of the coast. So Road Glider 9, if you live down here in Southern California, let us know. Hi, Harris. He gave us 3 thumbs up. But it's thumbs up on the button. I guess they said it's on this side. So it's right down here. Right down here.
Can't pay it.
Should
But
be
there's a
thumbs
bike
up.
that's been in business for 120
Click
years.
that
They're
button.
probably one of the oldest dealer or oldest corporations, builders, or whatever you want to call manufacturers that's consistently built bikes. But I mean, it's from India. And I had a couple of people when I mentioned that, I thought it was a British bike. And nobody corrected me and said it wasn't a British bike. I ended up looking it up. Well, they actually here in LA area, there's 2 dealers. But I've never seen that bike before. I don't remember what it was. Somebody probably watched the video or remember what that bike is. Whatever bike, somebody Google it. Manufacturer's been in business for 120 years and they're built out of India. And so
Royal
that's
Enfield.
it. That's it. So
ENFELD.
I
Thanks, Craig.
had never heard of that bike. I've
I'll
never
send it
seen it.
too.
I've talked to a couple people older people too, older than me, that said they never heard of the bike either. So I guess it depends on where you live. Probably big cities, like LA or Chicago. But I mean, I've never. It looked like a little British bike, and they were $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. They weren't too bad. But I don't know nothing about that bike, and I've never seen one.
What did I sit on today? A Scout Bobber?
Yeah, she sat on an Indian
I
Scout.
liked it.
Now she has to ride it. It's supposed to be 101 horsepower, and but she liked it the way it sat. It was about $14,000. But what's funny was this one was a year-old model,
2020,
and they had almost wanted 15,000, 14.
$9.99.
Yeah, and then but you could have went over and bought a brand new
A
one.
2021 for $14,099. No,
Well, it's
it was
$14,000.
$1,000 different.
And so when you looked at that, it had different handlebars on it, had different exhaust on it. But why would you pay?
And it had a windshield.
He said it was color. Well, actually, the one she looked at was black and white, and it was really two-tone like. And I actually liked it better than I did the maroon one across from it.
So Ken says if we get 75 thumbs up, he'll give us another super chat. So if you're on, give us a big thumbs up. We got 65 people on. If you just came on, don't forget to hit that like button right down here. Should be right there. There should be a button that looks like that, and just click on it. Thank you, Ken.
And only you can do that if you're on YouTube.
Never heard of that bike. Big Johnson said he never heard of that bike either.
Yeah. See, so
Marty
I
said the
had a
same
couple
one.
people came back and said, "I can't believe you never heard of that bike." Well,
Daytona Turkey Rod starts tomorrow. That
So-
makes sense.
so that's what I say. I'm not an expert on motorcycles. I used to work on cars. I was a car mechanic for 20 years. And cars, I know a little bit more now. The new cars coming out, I don't know nothing about it. But back in the day. So that's kind of what I did. Motorcycles, I rode Hondas for years. Pretty much until we moved to California 20 years
In
ago.
California, we had one. We had a
Yeah, but the first one was the
road
Goldwing.
haggle.
Goldwing I bought. Yeah, used one. And I always bought used bikes. They were talking about the surgeon guy.
Tree surgeon?
Yeah.
Tree
I don't-
shade surgeon, something like
Yeah.
that. Tree.
Shade. I don't know, whatever. We got to see him. I didn't introduce myself. My buddy Art took a picture of him. We threw him on the video to see how many people actually knew him too. Yeah, he is a big YouTuber.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of followers.
He's been out there for a long time, and somebody kind of made a comment like I should have knew who he was. Well, there's a million YouTube videos coming out every day. And honestly, I have clicked on his station a little bit. See, I'm one of these ones
He
that
does
I
lot.
don't like to watch people
You get
talk.
another one? Danny.
No,
Hi,
have to wait till
Danny.
it comes
Thank
up.
you,
You
Danny.
have to wait. It's down at the
Danny gave
bottom.
us a super chat.
Pull it up. It's at the bottom.
Okay. And you're going to miss all these
You
people.
don't go back. You gotta do
There
super
he
chat
is.
first. So
Thank you, Danny.
now you made me
Thank
forget
you.
what I was talking about.
About
Butted in and made me
Shade
forget.
Tree Surgeon. That's
Yeah.
the name of
Oh
it.
yeah. So what he does is he talks a lot in his helmet while he's riding. To me, I think that's boring. You know, I don't know. You guys really want to hear me talk while, hey, I'm going to, like the other day, he was going to the dentist. He was riding his old Honda that he paid, I think, $500 for or something. And I watched the video, and he was talking about it, and you could see his hands and stuff, and talking about it, and it almost died, and it wouldn't pass, and he downshifted, and, I don't know. If you just need to watch something that somebody's doing and you just want to follow that person, I guess that's okay. But typically when I watch YouTube channel, I'm normally trying to learn something. I'm either watching a YouTube video, like some of the people that we watch, we don't have a lot of people. We only have a couple of people that we watch on a regular, not even on a regular basis. Because first of all, we have a YouTube channel. And if you think we're putting these videos out and I got a lot of extra time, I don't. Especially at the rallies, it's bang, bang, bang. And I barely have a chance to look at. And there's a handful of people that we know that do rally videos. And we click on those videos just to kind of see where they're at, what they're doing, what they're talking about at the rallies, in case we miss something. Because we know you're not watching all those guys either. So, but I mean, hey, if you want to see me talk to my helmet, I'll buy a mic and stick it in my full face helmet, and we can chat as I ride down the road. And
So, what's his name? Oh.
You're at the top.
I know. I want this guy. James says he can't wait for them to start making parts for 2020. So he's looking for a chrome kickstand. Would Rick Rack or Ciro have a chrome kickstand? No. I don't know.
I think when I was at a booth, you're pretty much stuck going to a dealer or something like that. I don't think anybody sells kickstands. Mine's bent on mine. I need a new one, but they said dealers don't think you can find them.
So Road Glider 9 lives here in California. He wants to know how far north you want to go up the coast. As far as he can get. He'd like to go to Big Sur. If he could go, he'd like to go all the way to Leggett. But if he could get up to just a Big Sur, he'd be happy with that, I think. So email us, bobandtams@yahoo.com. So Paul wants Rapfink to post your channel again, or Rapfink wants Paul to post his channel again. I don't know which one's which. 48 thumbs up. There's 72 people on. Give us a big thumbs up if you're on. Piper says they love watching us. Roside said he had a 1979 Kawasaki 1000.
There you go. That was probably pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100% Harley sold on, and everybody's bike's their own. It's kind of like a lot of people that watch that tree surging, and that's what they said. He really promotes people to buy in whatever kind of bike you can afford, and you should. It's just like a guy here. We just talked to a guy that was at the Indian dealer. His dad is actually some big wig at the Indian, like their hog group, and president of the group there, and he never rode a motorcycle. And I said, well, first thing you need to do is take a class.
Oh, that guy that was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a class so you know what you're doing and get a feel for a motorcycle. That was one of the things I really liked about this international motorcycle show is they had a couple things. One, they had what's that thing we called that you sit on? Jump starts, and they have it at a lot of Harley dealers. Where if you've never rode a bike, you can sit on this thing. It's bolted in. It's not going anywhere.
You can shift it and act like you're riding it, but you're not really going anywhere.
You can see what it is.
It's better than a simulator, I think, because it gives you the feel of shifting. That's what scared me.
It's a real motorcycle.
Yeah.
So
Big Johnson said he rode a Honda CB 800 back in '83.
About when we were 84 is when I bought the 750.
No, it was before that. It was 81.
It was an 81.
81, 82. It was an 81, I think it was. Yeah.
Brand new. That was a new motorcycle. Actually, my Honda 100 XL was new. My dad got that for me. He thought he bought it for him to ride too, so he put a license plate on it. So I used to go out on the trails and ride out on the road when I was 14 years old, right out on the street with it. Back there in Illinois, you had to wear a helmet back in those days. So nobody knew.
Hi, Emery. So Road Glider said no. And then he says, I like the music. Is going up to Big Sur too far for you? Road Glider 9.
But also depends on where he lives.
There's Rat Pink's video YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to watch Rat Pink's YouTube channel, it's right there. So you can click on that. There you go, Paul. Was a British bike in the 50s and 60s.
What was?
That bike, that Royal Enfield.
Yeah, but they say
They still have them?
when I Googled it, it said it's been made in India for 120 years.
It had Indian roots, they said. India roots.
So I don't know. 'Cause I thought by the way the name was, it sounded like a British company. That's why, and it looked a lot like a British bike. And
So that's what Craig said. So thanks, Craig.
so I don't know anything about it. I ended up not talking to nobody. Ended up we didn't bring the good microphones, the cat dead microphones, didn't bring any of those. So that's why actually when I did the live, I can't believe the wind
It was
didn't
really windy.
pick up. It was excellent compared to Adam Amsoil when he does his with his phone. It just is awful.
Sometimes it's really
So
noisy.
I guess the Galaxy 21 is pretty good. I'll have to try it a couple more times without a microphone and see if it holds up in the wind, because it was really a lot better than I expected. That's why I cut it off so short, because I thought too windy.
So Estefile says, rest in peace, Scooter. So anybody that watches
And I'm saying
Endem Sandoval,
Yep,
Scooter
it's Portal
died.
Dog Scooter that's
Scooting
traveled,
across
helped him
America.
break his world record. He passed away, I think it was last week. I think he came on the channel Thursday or Friday and did a live and telling everybody about him. Scooter was a neat little dog, and we met him, and
Little Chihuahua.
kind of in his later years too. He wasn't as friendly as he got older.
Yeah.
And,
But he got to take him down to Mexico with him. That was his
Yeah.
last trip, and I think that was good because that was Adam's buddy, and he
Yeah.
went through a lot with him, a lot of stuff. So
and it was
it'd be
called
hard for him.
Scooting Across America. That's what his channel used to be called.
Yeah.
And
So,
it was all about Scooter.
yeah, our prayers go out to Adam. He's had a rough couple of months. So
Yeah, his dad passed away, and
then Scooter.
so it is, and you know, and that is part of life. People do die, and we're all going to die, and it's just a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And dogs especially, they don't last as long as, you know, like a human usually lives. You know, and I think Scooter was 12 or 13. So
He had a good life, and Adam gave him a good life. So kudos to Adam.
Yep. So
So Ken says he wants to see Bob get a rant while in California traffic. He does. Don't want to see it.
I can't put that language on YouTube.
They'll see him for it. Not much into it. Okay. Speaking of the truth. Uh-oh, who said that? I don't know. Speaking of the truth, so I don't know who said that. Oops. I think that's Facebook. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
I can't either. It's
So,
not doing what
yeah,
I
if you
want
want
it
to be on Facebook and watch us, you know what you do is at the top of it, there's a
Oh,
red thing that
Chris
says
said,
that
Bob
gives
speaking of the truth.
that gives you StreamYard permission to put your name on when you comment.
So then I don't have to go down to my YouTube, my Facebook
Yeah,
page
figure out who you
and
are.
figure out who it is. It just says you Facebook user. See right here, Chris. It just says Facebook user. And if you click on that thing, it'll tell me then who you are.
And they're not using your name or nothing. It's just like StreamYard does. Nobody's getting any advertisement from StreamYard.
I'll have to do that one time. They want me to just tape you in the truck one time in traffic.
But I can't put that on YouTube.
We'll have to do Patreon because
But it doesn't
Yeah.
matter really where it is.
he flips out easy.
Somebody came on the channel today and asked me if they'd really like to know more about us. And it ended up being somebody that just signed up today, I think, for YouTube.
What you see is what you
And that's
get.
what I told them. I said, pretty much, if you're watching the channel, if you watch our videos, you should pretty much know how we
Anybody
are.
that's met us, what do you think?
You know, you are pretty much who you are.
That's what Ken says. I watch Bob and Tam. You're all the real folk.
And what we are is what you get. And sometimes on the live, we say a little more than we should say. And I try not to do that. I try not to talk about politics. I try not to talk about the math, talk about the virus. Something else we don't talk about. I forget what the other thing is. And
Religion.
yeah, we just don't want to, you know, because everybody has their beliefs and everybody has a right to have that belief.
Yeah.
And we're not a channel that.
That's why we're in America, the land of the free,
Yeah.
home of the
So
brave.
we're not a channel that There's a many channels out here that will talk all about that stuff. And
Give
we're
you
more
their-
about
Well, I guess we give
motorcycles.
you our opinion, but I don't know. Paul said he had a CB 900 first motorcycle he bought.
And there's nothing wrong with a Honda. The Hondas to me have gotten to where it's like the BMWs and a lot of them. They've gotten so much plastic on them that you can't do anything to them. And I just don't. I don't like that. I like to see the motor. I like to see the bike. And the Harley does have a good sound. You know, and it's hard to get other bikes, even in Indian, the newer Indians, when you change the bumper and stuff, still doesn't, you know, and it's just different. And it's everybody's to their own. And I don't badmouth any motorcycle other than the Yamaha guy because they didn't want to talk to us in Sturgis last year. And that was a whole other story.
That was last year, it was the year before, wasn't it? I don't know.
2020, 2020. It's 2021.
So on the road, RV style, where are you in Quartzsite? He said he's on the state line of Arizona and California. I'm assuming. Yeah, Yuma, Quartzsite, I don't know.
Well, actually, what's right there is Blythe. Blythe is right on the state line.
Yeah. India was a British colony. Oh, India. Oh, really? Maybe that's what it is. India was a British colony. So maybe that's where it kind of crossed over. I don't know. Could be. There's one of our friends from over the river, over the pond. What do they say? Civilization and Culture Steer. Looks like some Chinese, Japanese writing. Hello, happy Thanksgiving.
We do appreciate all of our foreigners that come on our channel, and we got people from Sweden, Switzerland, and from Australia, and Thailand, and it's neat. It's neat to have people from other countries that watch our channel. That's kind of exciting to us, and you know, they can get more involved with what they ride and what they do over there because we've never really been overseas. We've been to Canada, we've been to Mexico, and that's about as far as we've been.
Click that thumbs up button.
Give us a thumbs up.
Like us.
And what that does is it helps YouTube promote our videos. Like right now, being that I'm not putting a video out every single day and everybody's not watching it, it's not putting us on a search list. Where if you give thumbs up, then this video YouTube will recommend it and say, hey, maybe you ought to watch this. See, there's a lot of people watching it. And they're giving thumbs up like they really like it. And so that's neat. Because we know a lot of times when we do lives like this, 5 or 6 minutes is about all most people hang around and then they're gone. And
it's the file. Gotta go. Happy Turkey Day.
Yeah, and we know, and being it's kind of the holiday here, I was thinking about doing something tomorrow night, and we just decided to go ahead and this is unscheduled.
Football and Thanksgiving.
And everybody's talking about they want us to do a lives on Sunday nights. And how would that affect you if you watch football? Would you still watch us?
Well, when they were doing the World Series, people were watching the World Series and us. So remember, they kept telling us what the score was and everything. So
if that's the case, then we can start.
If you can watch football and us,
we can give you our updates of what's going on and what's happening and where we're at next. And our building's supposed to should have permits by the time we get home, and then from there we'll know how it goes after that.
So I know they dim the lights. Mood lighting now.
Yeah. They're telling us to get the hell out.
That they started in that company, Royal Enfield, started in 1901.
Yeah, because it's 120 years old.
So it's the longest continuous productive motorcycle.
Owned by the same people, I guess. And which is neat. And it's kind of neat.
Likes the Sunday lives.
But you would think that there would be a lot more of them in the United States for a bike that's been around that long. And like I say, I've never ran into one ever before. I'm not saying one hadn't gone by or there hasn't been one sitting in Sturgis. It's kind of like those. What's those other ones? Moto Guzzi. Yeah. Which I never heard of those until last year, so I've seen some of them pop up.
I've heard about it because a friend of mine, they had Ducatis and Aprilas, and they had one of those Moto Guzzis. I don't know, whatever they call them. So Paul said he'd rather watch us than football. Thanks,
We're
Paul.
not big football watchers either.
That's what Rapping said too. I'll watch you guys over football.
And so that's what we just want to know. If we're going to do something on a Sunday night, we just want to make sure people do want to come out. And
don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Ken said we were only a few away from the 75, I think he said.
Yeah.
you give us 75 thumbs up, that Ken will give us another super chat. Help support the channel.
And that helps us out a lot, you know, especially now gas is really expensive. And it is. That's one of the things we got to look at for next year. Because in the next few months, there's not much going on motorcycle wise. You know, if we're in Florida, it'd be a different story. That's one of the reasons we're thinking, if all goes well, we'll be in Florida in February. And because they have so much.
Watch out, Rep Pink, here we come.
They have so much more stuff going on down there, motorcycle event. Kind of like California here. They've got the dealership we were just at Saturday. They're having a lowrider. If you know anything about California, they got a lot of the lowrider, the old cars. I forget what they call them. And normally it's a lot of Mexican people, but nothing wrong with that. They have their Chicano cars all low ride, and they fix it all up. And they got a little nameplate that sits on the back seat, and that's what they're going to have. And then they'll have a motorcycle show and some food. And that's Saturday. I don't know if I'll come back down here for that, but I'd like to go to the rock store up in Malibu.
Road Glider 9. How about going to the rock store up Mulholland Drive and go up that way? So Paul said if you talk about college football, that's a different story. Mexa Philly's on from the Philippines. What time is it there, Mexi Philly?
Should be early in the morning, I would think.
Rap Pink says, come on down. Yeah. All right. You've been warned. So what's your opinion on your new suspension? Do you have a definite?
It's definitely it's nice.
He's doing it without me now, so he should have.
It's definitely nice in the curves. It's set up for both of us being on it. So by myself, it's a little rougher ride, but we set it up for her because we normally doubled up all the time. So unless she gets her own bike, which I don't know if she can ride all the time.
9 a.m. So is it Thanksgiving there? Happy Thanksgiving, Mexi Philly. Eli.
He's over Mexi Philly, and a lot of you see him. He's at a lot of the rallies. His wife sells the bandanas, Maria's bandanas, and he's actually over in the Philippines where she's from. That's where I didn't know that either. That's why it's Mexi Philly. He's Mexican and she's Filipino. So that's where they came up with their YouTube channel. So he's over there giving you the looks of what's going on out there. And interesting. I watched a couple of his videos he's already put up. He's only put a couple up. He did a live the other day, and I seen it after the fact. I didn't get to see it when it was live, but it's interesting what goes on in the rest of the world, especially when you start looking at motorcycles and you know what people ride there, and you know how what kind of riding they have. It's like I'm into really like history, especially like the motorcycles. We're hoping that we get to talk to the guy that started karaoke, which also started drag specialties. And his son's the one that opened up Cyril. So we're opening Sturgis next year. We'll get to sit down and talk to him because he went to Sturgis. I forget when he told me he went the first time. There was like 400 people there. And I would just love to pick his brain and do an interview with him.
So Kelsey's watching. You need to get that set up so we can talk to him. You remember his name?
No.
So it's 9 a.m. over there, they said, and it is Thanksgiving. They went to the Harley in Milan. I can't say the name of that. But I was impressed. Oh, so he went to the Harley dealer in Milan. Manila. That's what it is, Manila.
So did they actually have American ones, or did they have ones that were made like overseas in there? But that'd be neat to film that. I don't know how when you go overseas like that, if people are okay with you coming in with cameras in their businesses and stuff like that. You know, pretty much here, we don't even ask anymore. Like the Harley dealers and, well, most of them, I don't know what they think. But, I mean, we've never had a Harley dealer say anything about we couldn't film them in their store. And nobody would really had that happen with. Well, a few campgrounds, but in Sturgis.
Don't sell out like the other channel from California.
Well, the one thing that I look at too is I see a lot of people really promoting a lot of products, and it almost looks like infomercials. That and there's a bunch of people doing this now, and we talk about things, but I mean we have to pay for it. We get a little bit of a break that they give us on the install, and but other than that, we're paying for the products we put on our body. Now we're gonna get this stuff on Ciro real soon, but we're gonna do. I'm not gonna do these videos where it's gonna have Ciro's logo in the background and it's gonna look like a sales pitch. It's not.
But when we
It's
did
gonna-
our live from there, Sarah was in the background, but they
but
gave us.
yeah, but that's because we're there. But I mean, I'm not going to. This guy actually puts, like, if you look up here, you see my logo. Well, one of the guys actually puts Ciro's logo up there too while he's doing it, and it looks like a freaking infomercial. And it's like, and so there's a couple other ones that are almost every other video is, oh, look, this guy sent me this free seat. Oh, this guy sent me this. Oh, this guy sent me this. Well, once again, it's a sales pitch. The reason he got it for free is because he's doing a video on it, and he's hoping you'll buy some from him. So, but he doesn't really come back. A lot of these, which is what we're going to do. We're going to do a few things from Ciro at the first of the year, after the first year in January, to kind of give me something to do in January. A few things I want to put on my bike, and they send them to us for free for doing a video. And we're going to talk about why I picked what I picked. And, you know, what's the other company out there that sells the same things?
Ciro and
No, yeah. What's the other company that sells lighting? The headlights I have.
Custom Dynamics.
Yeah, Custom Dynamics. So Custom Dynamics and Ciro sell a lot of the similar things. And Custom Dynamics never contacted us. Ciro, we've met them at the booth and stuff. Custom Dynamics really doesn't have their factory come out. It's a lot of times we meet, like one of the guys, they got the husband and the wife.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of rap, but we met them. They do Custom Dynamics. They're the ones that always say they do free installs. I can't think of their names right now. But that's all they sell, Custom Dynamics. But I don't really see at the rallies an actual factory Custom Dynamics coming out. Not saying that they're not. It could be there, and I assume it's a local dealer and it's a factory truck. So Ciro's going to willing to give us a few things. So we're going to try those out. If you click the little link, you get I make 10% on it.
Hey,
Thank
Ken,
you for the super chat.
$25. You must have made it to 75 thumbs up.
Appreciate that.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
75. That's what he said. 75 thumbs up and
There we
a
go.
party.
So we
Thank you,
appreciate
Ken.
that.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do with our Ciro things, because Ciro and Custom Dynamics both give lifetime warranties on everything that they sell. So we're going to see how the Ciro things work out. I've heard good. I've heard bad. We're going to find out. So we're going to put a few things on the bike. We're going to tell you about them. I'll give you we're going to do probably 2 different videos. One, we're going to give you a video of, here's what I got. Here's how I can put it on real quick, and that's it. And we'll do another video that'll show you a detailed of how to hook it all up and do all that if you want to do it yourself. The third thing is, in 6 months, we'll sit down and we'll talk about it again. And in about a year, we'll talk about it again. Kind of like what we're doing with the shocks. You know, I didn't really get to do the real curvy roads like I wanted. Me and Art went down the few curves there, and I kind of leaned into it, and it did feel a lot better than what it did with the air suspension that Harley had on it. So
Mexi Philly says mostly touring bikes they have out there, and Ken says happy Thanksgiving. So how are you doing in your accident? I know you had an accident. And then Dave Warner, that's Dave Warner. He put a picture of himself or a avatar. Full Throttle lives in Southern California. Full Throttle Hog. I don't know what that is. Is that's the magazine? Oh, I don't know.
Might be a YouTube
Thank you,
channel.
Travis. Travis gave us a thumbs up. And then there's our super chat.
So
Ken.
that's
Thank
one of the
you,
things
thank you.
we at this point, we're never going to sell out. You know, it might get to a point where I just can't do all these videos. At that point, I might go work for somebody and do stuff for them at rallies. Like, let's say Rick Rack wanted us to say, hey, you know, I'll give you guys
All the
X amount of
stuff going
money
on,
to do what you do, but just cover our event and talk about our stuff. And I might do that. And but right now we like what we're doing. We're going to see this year. This year we didn't grow as much as we did last year, our first year. Right now we're kind of stagnant. I've been sitting around 15,000 subscribers now for a couple of months. I think we hit it in Myrtle Beach. I think it's when we broke 15,000.
I think.
And so, you know, since Myrtle Beach, I've only gotten 700.
I think we broke it in Sturgis because we went at 25,000 and we only got 15.
I don't think it's
I don't know.
But even that, if it was Sturgis, it's a whole lot less.
So Paul said he's on the fence about the legends. Then Ken says he's afraid you won't really tell us what you really think.
Which it is. It is a lot of money. $3,000 is a lot of money to pay for shocks.
That's what I said. It's not that he doesn't like the shocks. He just doesn't know if it was the value.
And we
to the
met a
ratio
guy.
of
We
how
met a
they are.
guy in Galveston that he's from Texas, and he makes shocks similar, and says his is just as good. Well, see what's bad about checking anything about shocks. One of the reasons we went with I went with the Legends is because everybody, even the vendors that we deal with, Rick Rack, Speed, I could go on and on. I have to think about all the people that told me, but they all said, "What do you? Oh, Fair and Exchange." That's all they put on their personal bike was they put the Legends on. So when you look at a professional people that are in the business doing the work, and that's what they're putting on their personal bikes. That makes a lot to me too, because I'm getting insight from, they're giving me their honest opinion. It's the best. There's nothing comparable. But I mean, it's really hard to compare anything like that, because it's hard to, you'd have to have two brand new bikes, same model, same everything, put the shocks on them, take them on the exact same road course, drive the exact same mileage, hit the same holes, do everything perfectly. That's why they do all that stuff out there in the desert. They do road tests because it gets to where it's all the same. Everything's, they can relive it on each item, and that's what's hard about something like shocks. Just like buying tires. You know, somebody says, "Well, I like this tire better than that tire." Well, you're gonna give me a set and put on my bike, and then let's go ahead and switch them all out and put the other set on, a different brand, and then we'll go ride it. So
hard to compare.
Yeah, tires are a little bit better, easier. I used to sell tires too. I'm in the automotive business, so I know a little bit more about tires. And then I know stuff about shocks, but I mean, not motor. Nitrogen shocks weren't out when I was an auto mechanic.
Paul said he's torn between the Legends and Progressive.
Legends are a lot better than Progressive. I had Progressive before. That's all I'll say.
Let's say hi to Daryl from, he's down under, he's an Aussie, so happy Thanksgiving to you.
And
Ken's gonna go get a drink, he said.
Well, no back's fine. Sure.
I know we don't.
Oh, yeah, my back.
We've been on almost an hour, 57 minutes.
Holy, Jennifer Cooper's Batman. We've done pretty good. So
66 people.
Yeah. Oh, we probably won't last too much longer. I don't want to make them too long. It seems
California.
like a lot of people that go back and watch these later say it's tough to watch the 2 hours. I've never done that either. I've never gone back and watched anybody's live all the way through. Because a lot of times it's kind of like what we do. We kind of recap what we've already talked about. So, or you come in and you only hear one of.
Steven says he had a buddy that just spent $1,000 on one rare mountain shock. So is that on a bicycle? A mountain shock?
That could be an off-road bike.
No, I don't know. But $1,000 just on one shock. You have shocks on both sides?
But I mean, things are. Well, I would have never dreamed. See what my headlights cost? What were they? $750. I would have never dreamed a headlight and two passing lights would be $750 either. That's like, dude, it's like batteries. If you want to buy a lithium battery, I think they're like $250 now. And it's like, I remember batteries were $15. So you could buy a nice battery for $15-20. Then when they hit 100, it's kind of like cigarettes. My buddy Art smoked cigarettes, and in LA you have to pay $100 for a carton. I said, $100 for a freaking carton.
Well, his brother did that. I remember when cigarettes, they said we're gonna go up to $1 a pack. He said, if cigarettes ever go up to $1 a pack, I'm quitting smoking. I ain't paying $1 a pack. Hell, now what are they? $8 a pack, and he's still smoking.
But I mean, more and more places.
Mike, happy Thanksgiving.
More and more places don't allow you to smoke anymore. It really makes it tough for anybody that does smoke.
I think out here in California, you can't even smoke in your car, can you? Only in your house.
I think if you have kids, you can't smoke.
Oh.
I mean, there's a couple
mountain
towns.
Bike.
There was one town we drove through with Art on it. We were going to stop and get something to drink, soda, and Art don't drink.
Laguna.
And it said, well, one, they had noise pollution, and they had clean air. No, you couldn't smoke. You can't
outside anywhere.
You couldn't vape or any of that crap. You couldn't do none of that in their town.
That was a mountain bike.
Yeah,
that $1,000
shock of the bike. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, who would think a mountain bike being $10,000 either? You know, these electric bikes. It's just insane to think. Well, it's just like,
That's why they call you Big Money Bob.
yeah. And that a Polaris. Who would think of spending 40 or 50,000 for something you're going to drive a year or two? You got to overhaul the motor because it won't last, and then you only overhaul it once, and you got to replace the motor. So that's just nuts. Why don't you go
Good
buy
for
a
you.
Jeep, or go buy an old Volkswagen and chop it up into a Bug, and make it off road? I don't know, but it is. People spend money on crazy stuff. I mean, same thing. I bought my CVO and it was $40,000 bike too, and so I would have never dreamed I'd spent that much for a motorcycle either. So you have to justify the money versus what you want, and that's kind of how I look at a lot of things.
Lionel says, thanks up for the What's Up Sturgis 2022. So we're getting ready to tell you. We're going to do each rally we're going to go to and what we're doing to prepare to go to each rally. And then, of course, Sturgis is the biggest one. That's where we get the most hits on.
So we're going to try to change all of our rallies kind of like what we do in Sturgis. Start telling you, like, we're going to get a hold of Daytona here after the first year, see if we can talk to them. Well, actually, Ormond Beach area. Talk to them. Maybe we'll talk to somebody in Daytona. I don't know. We'll see if anybody's willing to talk to us. And, you know, get some insight like we do in Sturgis. Try to get people, just like we're going to talk to Rat Pink about stuff down there. You know, try to show some different rides you can go on. You know, some people even go down to the Keys during the times they're down there. Which to me is a long way to go. If you're going to, unless you're only, that's one time you're coming to Florida. But to go all the way down to the Keys, I don't know. That just seems like a long way to go. Unless I can see it after the rally, go down and spend a couple of days and checking out the Keys.
Oh, they do it during the rally, you say?
Yeah.
During Daytona?
Some of them will come to, we'll go down there for a day or two for a ride.
That is a long ride.
And I don't know. I just think that would be a lot to do. So Sturgis is the reason we do so well in Sturgis is because we already know a lot about Sturgis. We've gone, not a lot, we've probably there 5 or 6 times before we started a YouTube channel. And then with us getting and talking to people, we've just got a great insight now of Sturgis that we don't have anywhere else. And I think Mexico might turn into something that we could really give a lot of good information on. It seemed like they really wanted to talk to us.
I was going to call some places down there. There was a place called Dreamweaver, and it was a little place not too far from where all the stuff's going on at. But I don't know how many rooms they've got. It's not very big.
What we need to do is we need to start doing it. We need to start putting you guys in groups. We need to know those that are going to Sturgis, those that are going to Daytona, things like that. And what we need to get from you is, what is it costing you? Hey, I'm staying at BBB Hotel and I'm paying $70 a night. And here's the days I'm staying. Or I'm staying at a bread and breakfast. Or I'm renting a house for $3,000 for the rally. But it sleeps, 10 of my buddies are going to be going. So that's what I think people want to know, that we just don't have time to just get on the phone and start calling people and saying, hey, what do you charge for this?
Compile a list of what you guys did and then just kind of show it all, or do a spreadsheet.
Well, we can talk about it too on a channel and say, you know, hey, we'll put it down in the notes and say what it is, or we can post it someplace. We put it on Facebook, post stuff like that on Facebook. But it's because we don't stay in hotels. We know what the campgrounds are charging. When we first went to Sturgis, before we ever bought a trailer, we rented the shed there in Kathmandu. We rented a motorhome that was already on a lot at Shade Valley. We rented somebody's basement in Rapid City, and then we brought the trailer a couple of times. And so those are things that it's hard to get prices for things. And then that's why I don't like to pull prices for that, because if I told you today, okay, buffalo chip, it's $285 for a wristband. You go, okay, that's great. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Well, in 2 weeks you call up and go, hey, man, you lied to me. It's $300 now. Well, it's going up on Friday at 5 p.m. So that's why I don't like to say prices. I did say it on the buffalo chip, but they are telling you when their prices are going up again. So that's why because not everybody watches videos. Some people say they don't get the bell notification and they don't see it till a couple of days later. As I see the videos, when people, you know, I see a few people that do binge watching, they'll watch 3 or 4 videos and they'll comment all in a row. And so I know they were busy, or they missed the daily one we were putting out at that time. Now I try to do 3 a week on the off time, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then do a live. And then that usually, hopefully, keeps most of you around. But we need to make the channel grow. And it did grow a little bit. We gave out cards in Mexico. And on the back of the truck now, the tailgate, whenever we drive that, we always pick people up when we ride the motorcycle around.
Pick people up, not pick people off. So Tim says that him and his partner have a gold wing and they fall asleep on the bathroom. I used to do that too.
You know, when I come to a stop, her helmet would bang me in the head.
Paula said she's been going to Sturgis for 23 years and she's got a Facebook page too. So if you're wanting to know about going to Sturgis, she puts a lot of good information. People post stuff on there all the time. So
yeah, she gave us all the numbers for what Sturgis had. We were going to do a video on that and we never got around to it. I think it was like 580,000 vehicles. But see, when you look at that, it counts a lot of stuff. It counts tourism, it counts local people driving around. And so it's really hard to tell. But that number was only from the Friday till Saturday of the actual rally. It doesn't count the rally before. I say there was over 1 million people there.
If you count that week before.
Yes. It was bigger than the 75th, but because so many people, there was at least 400,000 to 500,000 people came the first week, and then if you had another 500,000, there's your million. So
Ken wants to do a Pating Nation group at Kathmandu.
Could do that.
Yep. So I know there's already several of you that already have booked at Kathmandu.
And he still has spots. Even had some cabins the other day. We talked about that. And if you want to come out, well, we're staying at Kathmandu. We're going to do it a lot different. Rallies we're trying to do where we go out in the morning, come back, edit, and then we go back out at night and film for the next day, the nightlife. That way it kind of gives everybody we have a lot of people, especially in Sturgis, that likes to follow what we do daily. And whatever we do today, they do it tomorrow. So we want to try to get it so that way the idea is try to get a video out the same day versus coming out at 9 o'clock in the morning. That way if you get back, you're at the rally and you get back at 10 o'clock and you say, oh crap, let's look at Bob and Tam and see where they went this week or went today and see if we want to check out where they went. So that way you can kind of plan out instead of waiting until 9 o'clock. Because sometimes like us, we're already gone by 9 o'clock. We're usually up by 8 and out on the ride or whatever we're doing by 8 o'clock.
So Ken says 100 thumbs up would sure be nice. So that would be a nice Thanksgiving present. So thank you. If everybody gives us a thumbs up that's on there, there's 58 people still on. So all you people that have quit smoking, they were talking about all the prices that they had up. Good for you. It was a smart move. I'm glad you quit smoking. That's a hard thing to do. So there was a bunch of people that said that they had quit. So good for you.
Yep.
Rat Pink gave us a whole bunch of thumbs up. So if you're on and haven't given us a thumbs up yet, give us a thumbs
up. Or if you've got a wife that has a Facebook page or YouTube channel, account, you can go to hers and log in, watch it for a few minutes, and click the thumbs up.
There you go.
YouTube don't need to know.
We won't tell them.
But I mean, overall, there really isn't. Most of the time, what I look at when I buy stuff is warranty and stuff. That's one of the things Legend sold out, and everybody knows now Legend sold out to another company. And new owners are going to be taking over soon, and the old guy will still be there for a while. Not old guy, younger guy. He'll be still there for a while till he fades out. But I know by buying it from Rick Rack, as long as he's in business, he's going to take care of any problems I have with that product. And that's what you got to look at when you have stuff installed. And we started talking to some of the dealers about that. Speech, for instance, when we talked to him, he was on video. I think we were in Myrtle Beach. And he said, he's got a lot of people that he knows throughout the United States that talk to him, and he knows them. And then his product is guaranteed for that time. So if you were in LA here and he had sold you a tuner and it messed up and it was still under warranty, he would send you to a dealer that he knows. They take care of the labor, and the parts, of course, would be warranted under the warranty part. So that's how they take care of it. We started talking to Shane at Rick Rack, and he never got to finish his story about how he would warranty the product. But I mean, I had somebody that day came up and slammed Bug Slide trying to say that he put it on his bike and it took the clear coat off. And I'm like, first of all, dude, if Bug Slide took your clear coat off, I want to know who the hell painted your bike. They did a crappy job because your clear coat Bug slide is biodegradable. It's there's nothing in there. Like I say, Larry used to drink it, and they got on him for doing
Well,
that.
he would squirt in his mouth because it's biodegradable and it's got
It's not gonna
nothing,
hurt
no
you.
chemicals, nothing in it that's gonna
So
hurt you.
it's the bug's got more stuff in it than it's going to hurt your paint and its body than what the bug slide's got in it. And so when this guy told me that, I said, okay, dude, email me your phone number, and I will have somebody from corporate from Bug Slide give you a call. And that was like about 3 weeks ago. Never heard from the guy because he's a troll. And it's sad it's people like that. He just or maybe he was another vendor selling something else, and that's Bug Slides is competitive. Whatever, dude. And then man, make sure you got a good product and go out there and push it. We like Bug Slide. I've been using it for 15 years. And we find out about more and more stuff I put on. She cleaned the truck off the other day, the plastic grill off the front of the truck, get all them bugs from Florida
I don't know what
Texas.
bugs we hit, but they were like clear. It was like a slime from Slimer on Ghostbusters. It was all over, and that stuff was harder than heck to get off, but it finally took it all off. So if we hit any more of them clear bugs, whatever they were,
well, that worked real good, and I do. I like the way that it cleans. I spilled some diesel on my truck, and I was
able to says he's got his number. It's 1-800-STUPID.
Probably. Yeah.
So they want to know, they said that there's a big county fair up in Washington, Sheldon, Washington. She said, why won't they do like a rally there? West Coast is weird.
Which I don't know. There's so many motorcycles in California, it's unreal. I was told once before that if they took all the motorcycles in California, that it's almost as many as they have in the whole United States. Because here you can ride year-round. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, I've heard that there's a lot of bikes here. And why? Like, see what ends up happening. You used to have Hollister. Now, we never made it to Hollister before they canceled it. But I heard that was a great rally,
still goes
too.
on. A guy
Well, they
always
do.
arguing.
People go up there, but the city doesn't do anything with it. I think it's some guy that's got a field. I think there's a motorcycle repair shop or something that's got stuff going on, but it's nothing like it used to be. It used to be like Sturgis. They closed down the streets, let you park your bikes on it, and Hollister doesn't allow that anymore. And that's what happens to all these little cities, well, big cities too. You get a handful of rich people, 4 or 5, and they control the city. We don't want that motorcycle.
The squeaky wheel gets
They're
worse.
too loud. They're roughing. They got guns. They might hurt us. Make them go away. And so that's what happens. So when I go to places like Daytona and stuff like that, and I said, like Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, you people need to go to your city and say, hey, if you're not going to do this, we're going to move our business to a city that's more acceptable.
Opening.
And screw them, just like Daytona did, Ormond Beach did at Daytona. And Ormond Beach now, which was crazy, Daytona had a big article a week or 2 before the rally that they're going to sit down now and figure out why we don't have as many motorcycles coming to town. Why we don't have so many vendors.
What can we do to welcome them
and
back?
on beach is where the Harley dealer used to be, which is where the Indian dealer. That's where the rally used to be. It was all there, and then you turned on the main street, and that was the end of it. Well, now they're going to do a study to find out how they can bring that back. I don't know. Whatever. Good luck. Yeah. If they bring it back, great for them. If they don't, I don't care. It is what it is, and I don't know what to say about that. We'll try to get a hold of Daytona and see if we can sit down and talk to them in February, March before the rally. See if they'll go on camera and talk about that. And I think that'd be great to have on the channel. And we'll see if we can get some officials from Ormond Beach to talk to us. Because we need to get some context there because we're not getting good information like we normally do.
In Sturgis.
Yeah. So like they don't want to tell us. They don't want to tell us
January.
how many motorcycle accidents they had. They don't want to talk about problems they have. I guess
Well,
we
Galveston really didn't either. Can we get another round, please? Thank you.
Look, here's our waitress. I don't think she wanted to go on it. She's a fairly attractive girl.
So
Yeah,
Paul,
on the head. She might have been.
So
Maybe she knows about those Indian motorcycles.
Paul says he remembers driving down beach and seeing all the vendors.
Yeah. I wish I would have got to see that. People always talk about Daytona, and it's a long way to go. Me and my buddy Art, I talked about it for years. I said, we need to take a road trip and do a Daytona from California, right all the way to Daytona on our bikes. And we kept talking about it, and you see where that never got me there. And
Now
we
he
ended
takes
up,
me.
yeah. So now we're traveling in the
Ken
RV.
says, tell us how you really feel.
And,
oh, I missed Dave.
So make sure you give us that thumbs up. We're trying to hit that 100.
Yeah, can we get to 100? We've been over an hour and 15 minutes. There's 63 people on right now. Oh, Ken gave us $10. Thank you, Ken. He said that's for the next round.
Oh, you just ordered it.
Thank you.
So, but yeah, it's I don't know. So I try to give you guys good content that gets people to watch. I don't really know why we don't grow like some of the other channels. I don't know.
Maybe you're too honest.
Maybe people don't want to hear the truth.
But he always says the truth hurts. He blurted out something. And I'm like, would you stop? And he's like, well, the truth hurts.
You got to say it.
Oh my God.
You got to let people know about it.
He does the same thing to me, so I don't think I'm spared anything.
And but I mean, it is. There's so much fake stuff, and you never know what's going on. And coming around the far side, you don't want to be seen.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
She does not want to be on camera.
No, she doesn't want to be seen. Leave her alone.
She don't know our channel. She probably won't be watching it. How the heck will she know?
Oops. Well, I can't hit it. It won't hit. Ah.
It's more like a neighborhood bar here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's pretty good for the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a lot of people. Well, we're real close to the Marine base.
We got a super sticker from somebody in China, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Super sticker. I don't even know what currency that is.
Well, super. You can either pick a sticker or you can write a comment.
All right.
So it's still the same amount of money.
But it says W00000. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Let's check it out.
Thank you.
Currency exchange.
Yes.
We kind of got screwed when we went to Mexico. If you ever go down to Mexico, which is what we've always done, we always transfer money over to pesos. And definitely do it. We kind of got screwed a few times down there by not doing it. We thought we used a credit card, and they go back and they would figure out what the Americans should charge.
It's a ying.
Yeah. Yin and yang.
Oh, South Korea.
Yin and yang.
Thank you, South
Here,
Korea.
we'll give you a tip.
Okay.
She's still going around the far way. She don't want to be seen, even for money. Can't bribe her to come on.
So South Korea is where she's from, she says, and it's a ying.
Okay. Yin yang.
Yeah.
Kids used to have yin yangs.
I used to tell them that. Quit being yin yangs. A bunch of yin yangs.
That's before they came out with the thing they called yin yang.
Well,
things that were black and white.
White and black.
White and black.
Like a half of a circle. Thank you, Ken.
So, yep, another full beer. Well, they got down the glass.
Goodies.
Oh,
Goodies
they got the
Tavern.
name on the glass. That's Nancy.
What? You're not going to cheers?
Break my glass. You got a beer bottle. Drinking out of the bottle. She's a bottle baby. So we're out. We're actually down here.
Do you know South Korean? He wrote some symbols. Maybe he translated it.
I used to do it because I have a guy from somewhere in Argentina or something that comments a lot, and I always have to highlight it, put it in trans. And he always says something nice. At first, I don't always transcribe it all the time because he always says kind of the same thing. Thanks, great video, loved it, or something like that. He writes. And last couple times I just gave him a thanks for leaving a comment.
Thanks for watching.
So I do read everybody's comment. I may not put a lot on it unless you're asking a question or something like that. You know, if you just give us thumbs up, I usually just say thanks. Or
see, he lets me sleep in, so he gets up like an hour before me, and that's what he does. He puts on his glasses, turns on his lights, and he watches all your guys'
reads all the comments.
Yeah.
I don't watch them.
Whatever.
And so I do read every single comment.
Did you refill your drink, Ken? He said he went to go refresh his drink. I don't know what he's drinking.
So you talked about you guys, if any of you will, now we're not going to do it today, but if you're interested in coming on our channel and going on one of the lives and talking about the rally that you're most experienced, like Paula, if she'd like to talk a little bit about
her
Sturgis.
Facebook thing, yeah, she knows a lot of info.
So we can bring you on, and we'll have to set it up ahead of time because we want to talk to you, and we can give you ideas of what to say or what to talk about, and we'll ask you questions, and a lot of people like that.
That helps.
In January, we're going to have some of Shane from Rick Rack's going to be talking to us. We're going to talk to Jamie from Speeds, and also his brother Jason. They both want to come on, and we're going to talk about some technical stuff. And because I've got a funny noise in my motor, and I'm hoping it's not the valve burn up.
And I heard about it today.
Well, she thought it's a side bag. You need to look and make sure the side
bag's
not
falling. No, I said you want to check the side bag to make sure it's on tight.
I said it's already been making noise.
No, he didn't. Like he knew.
I've already been looking at it.
Well, you didn't tell me.
If I told you the bike might quit running, you're going to get on it?
No, I'm not. The motor might blow up, so let's go. So let me see.
We'll be getting that S&S motor put on. 120. So,
well, they want to know something humiliating when YouTubers strike it rich and they bend over in their chaps. But we're just down to earth and real.
Which it is, it's all different, and that's part of the thing I do. I mean, not just in the motorcycle industry, we also follow some people with RVers. We also follow some people that are just travelers. We have a girl that we watch, Wonder Hussey. She's a little different now. She used to do a lot of traveling through the desert, hot springs. She's an expert on hot springs, stays in all these little single gal all over.
Very brave, very ballsy.
She's bought a property with her sister out in Death Valley, and I don't know if her channel's going to stay as good as it was. To me, I liked her adventures. I liked hearing her talk about stuff, but I don't know if I want to hear her talking about her ranch. That's like me. I got a steel building that's going to start breaking ground sometime after the first of the year, but I don't. That's what she said. Maybe we could do videos on that. I don't know. I'll show you a picture of the empty lot with nothing on it, and then probably show you a picture of the steel frame up, and then show you the building up. Show you the inside of the building. We're going to have a septic tank put in. I'm going to do the electric and the water myself. I was going to do the septic myself, but it's kind of complicated. And so we're going to see how much it's going to charge. They don't charge me too much. I'm spending my retirement money on me a garage. And that's where we're going to do our rebuilds for our veterans. And that'll all be coming out after we get done with Sturgis and everything next year. We'll be talking about that, how that's all going to work, and how you can be involved with it. We're going to try to get it to be a Schedule C, to where people actually want to donate money to help the build, which the money would only go for that bike. We're looking into all of it. And hopefully by next year after Sturgis, we'll have a lot of that all ironed out. And people get involved, and we're going to do it a couple different ways. One, my first choice was to get a bike from a dealership, a used bike, a Harley, and then take that to like the VFW, the American Legion Hall, the Vets Hall in Sturgis, and then they raffle it off. And the next year we come back and we draw the winning name. And that would be neat. The other one is to give it to the guys that have PTSD, and they take any kind of bike. And which most of them are probably going to be Harleys, because most of the people that we deal with to get free stuff from all are more Harley stuff than anything else. So that's what we're looking at. So hopefully that would be something. And the idea is we want you guys to get involved with. Like if we have Master Loogie do the seat, maybe he'll show me a couple patterns of material, and you guys could pick 1, 2, or 3, and whatever the most was, he'll get the seat, he'll redo it. And then you guys, so you've got some input into what we do into these bikes.
So Ray says Wonder Hussey has some nice hair. And I said, yes, everywhere.
I don't
And
know
then
what she got.
shaved
If the
mint.
grapes or what they look like.
No, because remember when she did the video about shaving her?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think that meant?
I don't know if she shaves or.
She shaved her kitty cat, but it made you think she was going to save something else. Anyway, that's I guess the most humbling thing I see is meeting all of you guys when we're out on the road. We get to meet all you guys. So, because I mean, we see all you guys on here, and I've met a few of you, but it's neat to meet
Put
you
a
guys.
face to what we see because we think about
What you
what
look
you
like.
look like, and a lot of people don't have their faces on their thumbs. And if we don't look at the only time I can click and see your profile is if I'm on the big computer or laptop. Phone won't do it. So a lot of times I have no idea what people look like. But we know our average age is between 55 and 65. That's the most people watch our channel. Now we do have people that are 15 years old watching our channel. We have people in their 80s watching our channel. Might even have some in their 90s. I have a lot of people that comment that, people that used to go to churches back in the 60s and 70s and they can't go anymore, but they love watching our channel, reliving what they did back then. So I imagine we probably have, we did. We had somebody, one of our subscribers passed away this year. And I don't know, we had another one that's kind of dropped off now. And he was a Patreon. And I'm wondering now I don't see him anymore. So I'm wondering if something had happened to him. But I mean, we don't know. And the only reason we knew this guy because his friend is also a subscriber to our channel. So she emailed me and told me that he had passed away and sent me a link to his obituary. So it was really sad. It was like somebody we had met and rode with him and thumbs up. And it
They
is.
said they're
And
going
you
to get a
guys,
free bottle of Bug Slide and a turkey if you give us a thumbs up.
oh, you giving that.
I guess he thinks you are.
Larry will. We'll see. Larry was going to give us a bunch of stuff to give away, but we've been so busy.
We'll do a T-shirt, a hat, and a bottle of Bug Slide. How's that sound? We're like, that sounds great. And then there's just not enough hours.
Well, we
in the
have
day.
some stuff. Maybe we'll do something before Christmas. We'll get all to Larry and see what he wants to get, and we'll check with a couple other vendors. We got some posters that we got from Sturgis from the Buffalo Chip, and a couple other things that I've got.
Metal
that,
signs.
The metal signs I got to see what's going to cost to ship them.
Is it big?
Yeah.
I think we'll put some of those up in the garage.
Probably. And so I don't know about that, but we do have some posters. I got about a half a dozen or so posters we got. This year they didn't do like we did last year where they had a lot of stuff where you could buy 2 for 1 at the end of the year. They had none of that this year in Sturgis, which was kind of unsatisfactory. But maybe we can call the city of Sturgis. Maybe they'll send us a box to junk out.
Yeah, maybe
They might.
last year. I
They
don't know.
gave us stuff to give away.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah,
They gave us those challenge coins.
Yeah.
It said 81st on one side and Sturgis on the other. They were really cool.
Yeah. So the city gave us those to give away to all our people that went on the ride. And we'll probably put another ride up like that in Sturgis next year. Same similar thing, probably just a friendly ride. If anybody's coming extra early, we're going to be in Sturgis probably 2 weeks before the rally. And that's when we're going to do all of our big rides and film them all. And then so if you want to come out, if you're there that early, or if you're local, which may have to
Happy
work.
Thanksgiving, Dawn.
And so we'll be doing things like that. Florida, we're looking to do a bunch of fun stuff down in Florida, February, March. We'll have a lot of downtime in between rallies.
We saw that.
So you can check that all out. And if you want to do a ride with us during that time, you can too. You just meet us. We don't mind if you're close by. We don't mind going out and having dinner with you or meeting you someplace for a drink.
So Paula said one-eyed Jack sold.
Yeah, we heard that. She put that on her channel. I've seen it.
Oh.
A guy.
That's where we got it from you. I think we talked about it. Was it on a live?
I don't know when we did.
Or maybe we just talked about it.
I think we just talked about it at home. And a guy and I researched
Right,
it's a guy. Oh, it's a guy from Daytona bought it. It sells screen printing, which is kind of a weird thing for a guy that has nothing to know. I guess we met the son of the guy that did own One Eye Jack this year, and he was going to get his dad to talk to us. We know the girl that's the manager, which is
Carrie. And that's why I thought bought it, because since she was the manager, the place that she works in Daytona is Cruising Cafe. So I thought maybe Cruise and Cafe bought One Eye Jacks, but I don't know. So last year on our ride, we had about 30 people. And it was a nice ride because we kind of all got to mingle. It wasn't too big of a crowd where we couldn't talk to every single person. So we might do that again next year. I guess, was there 30 bikes or 30 people?
It was 30 people.
About 28, maybe 27 bikes and about 30 people. So
And it wasn't bad. It was a good ride, and we ended up at the Pasta Corral and had lunch there, and it was supposed to be a buffet, but probably next year we'll do something. We'll probably eat someplace else. What was the other place we were going to eat at? I said we were going to stop if we didn't do it.
Branding Iron?
Yeah, maybe go out to the Branding Iron and
Nemo
and eat out there and do something out there with him. And
Dave's here, man, says dinner on me next Sturgis.
There you go. We got a bunch of free meals this year.
A couple of them.
Sometimes we were actually shocked. And
Steve Meyer.
Few businesses gave us
Debbie Parker.
Gave us dinner.
They're not on. I can't believe they're not on.
Who?
Steve and Debbie.
Oh.
From
they're busy Thanksgiving stuff. They're busy Thanksgiving
She's
stuff.
probably cooking up a storm.
Probably.
Mike and Deb was on there, so.
So, you know, we don't
one away from 100. All right. Who didn't give us a thumbs up that's on? Hit that thumbs up button that's right there. It'll look like a thumb like that.
Not quite like that. I think it's blue. But thumbs not blue.
No, it's not blue. It looks like a thumb. I've got one of those weird thumbs that goes way back. A lot of people think it's deformed.
It is.
How far back does your thumb go? Like my straight little finger. It's not very straight either. So happy Thanksgiving, Zachary. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Oh, Zach said he was 100. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We do appreciate that.
Yeah, now we made it to 100.
There you go. That's a good night.
Happy Thanksgiving. That was a nice Thanksgiving.
How long have we been on?
Somebody says 102.
Holy crap.
And one hater.
There's always
Of course. There's always got to be one.
Four trolls.
104 now, Paul says. Wow. Thank you. 1 hour and a half. Right now we have 58 people on. So we're in Southern California, in San Clemente, California, at Goodies Tavern, and
we're about halfway between Orange County or Anaheim. Let's say Anaheim, and San Diego. Probably about right in the middle of there. We're just a rock
throw. We're still in Orange County. They call it South County.
Yeah, so we're just a rock throw from the ocean. We rode that today, so that video will be coming up in the next few days. I got a video that I'm going to probably put out Friday. It's going to be on a campground in Galveston, for those that like to see about campgrounds. Things are not as good. We shot it with a different camera. It's kind of shaky, but the point's there. So hopefully it won't be too bad.
What camera did you use?
The Sony.
Oh. It says you can jog with it, and it's supposed to be really good, but when you pan with it, it doesn't like that.
I don't get it. Not very happy with it.
Well, if you had less than a year, well, then send it back.
It's got a year's warranty on it. You bought it. It's got a year's warranty on it?
You're the one that wanted it.
If it worked right.
Well, tell them it don't work like you thought it was going to work. You've used it and updated it. Didn't you do the updates on it and everything? I don't know. $1,000 camera, it better work.
So it works great for the interviews. If I put it on a tripod, it's excellent. And if I hold it steady, that's why I bought it. The number one thing I bought it for was to zoom in and out on it. Because when I do it in editing, it gets really blurry if I zoom in a lot. Well, this camera's got a great zoom. So you can zoom in like on an engine, on a little nut, and pull it back nice and slow. And then I'm done. I don't have to do anything in editing. I don't have to spend a lot of extra time doing it. So, I don't know. So,
we're supposed to be getting some tutoring tips from Dad, our son-in-law.
Yeah.
He's going to help us.
Well, he wants me to start using my Apple computer I bought last year.
He threw a fit. He says, you're not using that yet?
Well, there's things I don't. I used to use an Apple a long time ago when I used to do wedding videos. And there's things that I have trouble trying to do based on the PC. And so I was at half when I was using the Apple, I would edit it. Then I had to go back to the PC and do different things. and drag that over into the apple. And I finally said, screw it, I'll just go back to PC.
So
Until
he's
I
had
have
the
time to
apple
talk to him.
almost a year,
I think it's been a year.
at least 6 months, and he's only used it like 2 or 3 times. So Ray says I need a Jamaica Me Crazy drink. I did one too many of those one Labor Day weekend. I used to like those Jamaica Me Happy. Not anymore. I agree with Roy. I have one more of these and I'll be feeling pretty good.
She's a lightweight. But what happens with her is she gets really happy for like 10 minutes and then she's out like a light. So she don't usually drink too much.
It's time to eat.
Yeah. We haven't had our dinner yet.
Hour and 30 minutes. Lucky wants to go eat with us.
Yep. So let's go ahead and wrap up our video right here. We do appreciate all of you coming out tonight. You know, we're trying to get our channel to grow, and this is part of it. When you guys come out, you know, this was unarranged.
Unannounced.
Yep, unannounced. Didn't give you a preview on it or anything else. So we might try something on this Sunday. I'll have to figure out a time. I don't think we have anything really definite that we're doing on Sunday. And
we do it with our other grandkids. They've never been on.
If we could find a place to do it, which it'll end up being about the same time. 3 o'clock, probably
4 o'clock here.
Yeah,
4 o'clock
we wanted
Pacific.
8 o'clock in Florida.
It was 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 o'clock on
So,
the East Coast.
so we'll
4
probably,
o'clock on the West Coast.
maybe I'll do it tomorrow and I'll post that we're going to do one and we'll find some place to do it on Sunday. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And then some of you that want to get involved with coming on YouTube here and talking about your rally in your area that you're an expert on. And you got some helpful hints, you know, telling people, hey, what to expect, what's different. You know, it's like somebody put on YouTube or Facebook, I seen a while back that they said, you know, all you married guys and you single guys think you're coming to my town and date our girls. You need to think again. Most of them are not going to come out and date somebody for 3 days and then you're gone. So most of those girls you probably don't want to go out with. And, you know, and if that's the only reason you're coming to a rally to try to hook up with somebody, good luck with that. Because there's probably about 80% male to 20% of females that are there. So you don't get a whole lot of women. And most of these girls that are working the circuit, they work all these rallies. So they know all this crap. Not saying that they don't go out and do stuff with other people. They might, but they're probably very, very picky and choosy on who they do. But yet they have to get up the next day and work because that's how they make their big money. Is most of these girls, they only work the rallies. So they can work 5 or 6 of these rallies and make what the rest of us are making in a year, busting our butt in a regular job. So they're not going to screw that up at a rally. It's to go out with somebody. We're not saying they don't, but just let you know. So with that, we're going to leave you with this.
Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody have a blessed Thanksgiving and have lots of fun with your family and friends. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for coming along with us. We really appreciate all of you. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share it with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. And we'll see you all in the next video.
And if you want something to do to help us out during this weekend, while you got this long weekend, you're off work, go to our playlist. Let it play through. Pick Sturgis or one of the ones I've got.
Throw it on the bed.
Yeah.
Let it go.
And let it play. Go back every now and then. Make sure it's still going. Sometimes YouTube will say, are you still there? And let you know that we're still there. And that'll help us out in the slow time. So that's a way you can help us out. Plus, you can go back and see what's going on in Sturgis and some of the other events that we've done. And we'll leave you at that.